In this exercise, we are going to discover blending modes and we will create this video. I'm gonna play it one more time. I go to After Effects, New Composition, the same preset and duration 10 seconds. I click on OK. I'm gonna right click, import file. I go to Exercise Files, Visual Effects, Exercise 1, and I choose this video. Click on Import. Now I'm gonna drag and drop the video right here, like this. And first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a blue solid. To do that, I right click, go to New, Solid. I click here to choose the color and I'm gonna choose this color, maybe a little bit darker, like this. Okay. Okay, now I have this blue solid. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna change the blending mode of this solid. To do that, I go here, mode, blending mode. If you don't see this, you can always click here, toggle switches / modes, like this, until you see mode. And here I click. Right now it's set to normal, but there are many other options to choose from. I'm gonna try a few and show you each time what type of result we get. I'm gonna start by darken, color burn, linear burn, darker color, lighten, screen, color dodge, linear dodge, lighter color, overlay, hard light, linear light, vivid light, hard mix, difference, exclusion, subtract, divide, hue, saturation, color. There are many options to choose from, but for this exercise, I'm gonna choose this one, multiply, and we get this effect on the video, like this. I'm gonna go to 1 second here. I put the playhead right here. I'm gonna press T to bring the opacity. I'm gonna click on the stopwatch. I'm gonna set the opacity to 0%. We have one keyframe here, and after 1 second, 2 seconds, I'm gonna set the opacity at 100%. And now we can see the video going from normal to blue. This is exactly what I wanted. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create some guides. I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna go to title / action safe. I'm gonna click here one more time and bring the rulers. Now we have the rulers right here and here. To create a guide, all I have to do is put the cursor right here on the ruler. I click and I drag, and now I have a guide. I can place it wherever I want. I'm gonna place it exactly right here. I let go. I can click on the guide one more time and move it if I want to, like this. I'm gonna create another guide, another vertical guide. I go to the rulers right here and click and drag. And I place the other guide right here. And now both guides, they intersect in the middle, exactly in the middle of the composition. I'm gonna click here and remove title / action safe. We don't need it anymore. And now we have the guides. I'm gonna remove the rulers also. I click here and I just keep the guides. This is what I want. Now I'm gonna create a star. I go here, click and maintain, and choose star tool. I'm gonna choose the color yellow like this, and click and drag to create a star. I can press Shift and Alt to make sure the star is perfect like this. I create a star about this size. I think this is a good size. And using selection tool, you can resize it if you want, and press Shift to scale it up and down proportionally like this. I'm gonna scale it down a little bit, Shift, and make it about this size like this. And I'm gonna change the blending mode. I'm gonna click here and change the blending mode from normal to lighten like this. Now I'm gonna animate the star. I select shape layer 1, but first of all I have to make sure the anchor point is exactly in the center of the star. I go to anchor point tool right here, and I press Ctrl and I double click like this, and now it's placed exactly in the middle of the star. This is what I want. I'll put the playhead at 4 seconds. I'm gonna press P to bring the position, Shift and S to bring the scale. And now I'm gonna create 2 keyframes, one for the position and one for the scale. I click on the stopwatch. I go back 1 second, and using the selection tool, I'm gonna take the star from here to here. I put it right here in the middle where the 2 guides intersect, and I'm gonna scale it up. I'm gonna make it very big like this, scale it up to 700% like this. I'm gonna go back now 1 second and set the scale to 0% like this. Now when I play, we get this animation. I think this looks good. Now I'm gonna create many copies of this star and end up with 12 stars. I'm gonna toggle this up and down one more time. Here we have add. I'm gonna add an effect. Click here, add, and click on repeater. I toggle this down, repeater 1, copies. I'm gonna create 12 copies like this. I click here, transform repeater 1, and position is set to 100 right here. I don't need to have 100 here. I'm gonna set this to 0. I'm gonna change the rotation to 30 degrees like this, 30 degrees. And now we have 12 stars. You can adjust the anchor point like this. You can adjust it until these 2 stars match the guide. By changing the anchor point, you can make the circle bigger or smaller, as you see. At 0, it matches the guide perfectly. This is exactly what we want. Now I'm gonna put the playhead at 5 seconds. I'm gonna go up a little bit here. We have 12 copies. I'm gonna click on the stopwatch right here. I'm gonna go back 1 second, and I'm gonna set the copies to 1 like this. And now when I play, we see the 12 stars appearing one by one. This is exactly the effect we wanted. Now I'm gonna add a text. This is the last step. I use horizontal type tool. I click, I'm gonna write Euro I select the text. I'm gonna change the color to black. Font, I'm gonna choose Arial. Font style, I'm gonna choose the thickest option, black, and I'm gonna make it very big. I'm gonna type 500 for the size, like this. I go to paragraph. I'm gonna set this to center. Using selection tool, I'm gonna move it. I can press Control and place it exactly in the middle. This is exactly what we want. The word, the text in the middle. And I'm gonna change the blending mode from normal to, gonna choose soft light, and we get this effect. I think this looks good. Now I'm gonna animate the text. I'm gonna put the playhead at 5 seconds. I'm gonna use a preset. I go to effects and preset, and I'm gonna look for slide up by character. This is a text animation effect. Slide up by character, and the playhead at 5 seconds. I'm gonna drag and drop like this on the text, and now when we play, we get this effect. I think it looks good. I'm gonna press U to see the keyframes. I'm gonna make the animation last for 3 seconds instead of 2 seconds. I'm gonna put this keyframe right here. Let's play now. Now it became slower. I think it looks good, but I noticed there is a problem here. The timeline of the composition is 10 seconds long, and the video is a little bit shorter than 10 seconds. So I'm gonna solve this problem by moving the work area end. I'm gonna modify the work area like this. I make it a little bit shorter, and I'm gonna put the cursor on the work area, right click, and click on trim comp to work area, and now the problem is solved. I'm gonna play the entire animation now. The exercise now is finished. You go do the same, and don't forget to save.